So how do you approach a subject like the tragedy in Colorado with your kids?
So joining us now are Martin Calder and Diane Michael from the Center Counseling Services in Chubbuck. Thank you both for joining us today. This is a tough topic to talk to kids about. Diane, how do you even start?
Well, I think you are open to your children and ready to listen, because sometimes what we do as parents is we talk more than we listen. And so not necessarily waiting for them to come to you, because sometimes children are not comfortable with talking about their feelings. So even if they don't come to you, going to them and asking them, you know, you may have seen something, your friends may be talking about it. Do you have any worries about what's going on? And then validating their feelings, rather than saying, you know, that's nothing to worry about, or that will never happen here, because then sometimes children feel like, well, that must have been a stupid question.
We're not taking it seriously.
Right, we're not taking it seriously, or my parent's not a safe person to go and talk to my feelings about.
How do we approach, let's say, like for Libby's children who are smaller and my children who are like in their teens, how do we approach that to the different age groups?
Well, I was going to say that was one of my keys is that, and I've talked about this before, is it's got to be within their comprehension. So we want to give them as much information as they need to feel safe and to feel good about what's going on, without too much information that overwhelms them. We don't want a little kid to sort of take on anything about having to take care of their own safety, or to be worried about mom or dad or their brothers and sisters. Now with teenagers, you might have a more frank discussion. You could even talk about, you know, what would drive somebody to do this, what are the keys of mental illness, and it could be a great opportunity to talk about and explore mental illness and people's psyche and those kind of things within that framework, and still reassuring them. And one of the keys for parents is it also becomes nervous for the parents to say, okay, now go out to the movies or do something. You know, you can have the same kind of fears, and then put those on the kids, and they may not have even thought of that. So.
And that's a big thing, is fears. How do we make it so our children feel like they, you know, are too scared to go to the movie theater?
Right. I think reassuring them in a way that's realistic. So saying, I would never, you know, I won't let you go any place where I don't feel like you're going to be safe. You know, it's my job to make sure that the places you go to are safe, and I don't think that it's going to happen in our theater. So you're not saying, you know, it'll never happen anywhere, because that's not realistic.
Yes.
But you can say, you know, I'm going to make sure that the places I take you to are safe, and I don't think it's going to happen, you know, here.
Okay.
All right, well, Diane, Martin, thank you so much. And if you have a question about how to approach us with your kids, some questions, you can contact you guys. Do you have a phone number at the Counseling Center?
It's 237-3880.
Okay, and then you can call them and just talk to your kids.
Yep.
All right, thank you very much for coming on the show today.